Have you ever heard of an art critique? If you haven't, I'll explain what it is and why it's important to this video in just a little bit, but this is for you if you are thinking about starting a personal brand and you haven't. Basically, if you're an artist, creator, writer, author, anybody that has thought about doing something for longer than a week and still haven't done it, this is for you. Hello and welcome. I'm Jonathan Pritchard from iCanReadMinds.com. Let's go. So if you're thinking about starting a channel, I highly recommend you actually do it. Why? Because it is one of the best ways to leverage technology. You can record a video just like this, do it once, and then you've got a script for an article. You've got the whole Twitter thread created. It could be seen by millions of people. That is the ultimate leverage. Do it once, and then it is open to be seen from that point forward through all of time to anybody that is on the internet. There's almost nothing else in the history of the existence of human beings that has that kind of ability to reach beyond space and time. So if you have a message, if you have something you want to say to the world, this is the best place to do it. Also, one of the big things is it helps you reach your tribe. The louder you are about what you believe in and what you think, I love freedom. I like personal responsibility, getting the most out of your mind, discovering new ways to think to open up new possibilities. Well, the determinists out there in the world don't like what I have to say, so awesome, please don't subscribe. But if you do like what I'm saying, how I say it, then yeah, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share it with your friends, why not? Let's go. The basic idea is the louder you are about who you are, the easier time the people who want what you are will have to find you. If you keep yourself quiet, then there's zero chance that the right people can find you. Now, you are worried about the wrong people finding you. And a lot of times that's family, that's friends, that's coworkers, people that you spend a lot of time with. And I get it. You're genuinely concerned that they aren't going to understand, or you'll never be able to live it down. These are people that you're kind of locked in with. You're kind of stuck in a cage with them, and you would just be giving them fodder to make fun of you or whatever that is. At the core, it's fear. You're afraid of what might happen if you actually become successful. When you are evaluating the fear risk profile of a choice, in order to really evaluate it, you also have to take into consideration the danger of what happens if you don't do it. And basically, every good thing that you want out of life and the world could be found by being yourself online. So are you willing to give up every single hope and dream that you have about who you could be and what your life could look like just because you don't want the people in your life right now to make fun of you for putting in the time and effort to transform your life as it is today into something that you would enjoy even more tomorrow? To me, that math doesn't work out. It makes no sense to hold your future wonderful life hostage to the life you're kind of frustrated with right now, which is why you want to make changes in the first place. And you're letting the thoughts and opinions of people who don't have to live with the consequence of you not following your dream, you're letting them call the shots on what it is you choose to do. So that's why, just that alone is why I would highly suggest that you start a YouTube channel or a Twitter profile or some kind of project where you get to put yourself out there into the world. Now, I can also hear you saying, well, Jonathan, I'm not a public speaker. I don't want to be out in public. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to put your face out there like I do. You can just have your writing. You can write under a pen name. You could be pseudonymous. which is one of the most difficult words for me to say. You don't have to put your whole self out there. You can manage what aspects of you share, just as long as the right ones, that are loud enough for, again, the right people to hear who you are so that they can figure out whether they should follow or bounce. But regardless of whether you start a YouTube channel, I do still recommend that you practice getting good on camera, because in our video first world, it is one of the best skills that can pay off, again, on YouTube to reach a broader audience, to have your ideas actually have people listen to them instead of being distracted by the way that you're delivering them. When you're on Zoom meetings at work, you can be more persuasive. When you are trying to get that job and you're doing an interview over Zoom, it'll help you there, because looking into a camera is a really, really strange dynamic. It is very peculiar at first, but you quickly get used to it if you put in the work for it. Give it a shot, try it out, and it will be very uncomfortable at first, but you might find that it really, really suits you. Also, you might be thinking, well, I'm an introvert. I'm not an extrovert like Jonathan. Well, actually, I'm an introvert. I'm extraordinarily introverted. I'm an introvert that has learned how to behave in an outgoing way, because that gets me everything I've ever wanted in life. And also, a good thing about being on camera is, as an introvert, I don't need to listen to all those extroverts talking for hours about absolutely nothing. There's nobody else home right now. It's just me. I don't have to talk to anybody else. I don't have to listen to anybody else say anything that I don't want to hear. It's just me and the camera, and I've got ultimate control over what it is that we talk about. Want to talk about deep subjects? Awesome. Let's go. It's my shot. So as an introvert, it actually helps you more to learn to talk to the camera, have a channel where you can share your ideas, than it would be with an extrovert who feels, I need an audience. I do better if there's somebody here live. I need somebody to bounce ideas off of. We introverts don't have that problem. That is a massive check in the plus column for us. Now it's time to talk about the art critique. And art critique is something you do a lot in art school. I got my degree in painting. In fact, these are my paintings. I don't show them on camera because they are undraped human figures, and I don't want my profile to get shut down before it ever really got started. But basically, when you're in art school, every week you have your work and you put it on the wall, and everybody else in your class picks it apart. They critique it. They can say good things, they can say bad things, but oftentimes, especially in school when you're learning, there's a lot more bad to talk about than good. So you stand there while your peers and your professor tears your work apart. It's a nightmare. Talk about uncomfortable. You're sweating, you get hot, your hands tingle because you're sitting there in front of everybody, and they are about to say the most horrific things that you could ever imagine, and a lot of them that you couldn't imagine. You would be surprised what comes out of people's faces when they are critiquing your work. And let me tell you, it's one of the best things for my art that I've ever gone through, because when you make work in a vacuum, when it's just you, it's really tough to evaluate its quality. You do have that sense of, here's what I really, really like out in the world, and here's what I'm creating, and it's no good. I can see that there's this big gap between where I am, where I want to be, but I don't know how to get there. I don't know what about this is awful. I just hate it. And when you have an outside perspective, that feedback helps you identify what you can work on faster than you just staring at it, hating yourself and your work, and wondering if I'm ever going to be good because, oh my God, this is just absolute trash. It's one thing for you to say your work is trash, and then to hear it from the outside is really difficult. So yes, you need to learn how to put your ego down and to listen to the feedback you're getting from your classmates, your peers, your friends, your family, your audience. And one bit of advice that I got from an old-time showbiz entertainer was, if you're getting lots of different feedback, that means you're probably on the right track because everybody's bringing a little something different, but there's nothing obvious that you need to fix. If everybody is saying the same thing, that's probably something you should really, really look into and fix as quickly as possible. How does that apply to making a YouTube channel? Well, it is exactly the same thing because every time you post a video, it's now open to the entire world that is online, and everybody could leave comments like they do. You could leave a comment about what you like, what you didn't like about this video. I've had plenty of people say, "Hey, Jonathan, the music is too loud while you're talking. It's tough for me to hear what you're saying." Honest mess up on my part. I listen to it on my laptop on earbuds, but I guess other people are more sensitive to music than I am. So this video won't have music behind me talking. So hopefully it'll be easier for more people to hear my message. This video is better than the one before it because of the feedback and comments that I've gotten from viewers like you. If you want to get better at doing whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to get better doing it with an audience than by yourself showing it to nobody. And if you want another perspective on, well, do I tell everybody about what I'm going to be working on and nobody about what I'm going to be working on? I will share a link. But basically, the idea is when you do share your work, when it is finished, you are going to get much better quality feedback if you're showing it to more people. Granted, most people won't be able to evaluate it in a way that really helps you, but you're guaranteeing that nobody can help you if nobody sees it. That's yet another reason why I think you should start a channel at the very least. To wrap up, don't let fear keep you from starting, from doing the thing that could help you the most, which is share your work with as many people as possible so that you can get the best feedback possible from a world full of people who are ready and willing to check out what you are doing. It'll help you on every single area of your life, and eventually you'll wonder, why didn't I start sooner? Especially if you are an introvert like me, you should get going tomorrow. Remember, if you can change your mind, you can change your life. I'm Jonathan Pritchard from iCanReadMinds.com, and I highly suggest that you check out this video or subscribe to the channel to see more stuff about how to be better at business and life mastery and getting more out of your years here on planet Earth. And I will see you in the next video.